presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Kioba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events.
Systems go for lunch. When supper time's up front, T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza.
It's the Planet.
Lots of space for fun. There's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza.
Premier Movement. Move better, perform better, live better. Premier Movement is personal training redefined. Using group classes that demand accountability, action, and results. Visit PremierMovementND.com to learn how you can change your life today. While you're there, you can also see how to sign up for your first workout for free. PremierMovementND.com.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a league team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Pro Style Production Live Events specializes in making your event fun with a professional touch, whether it's a wedding, reunion, or party. Pro Style Productions Event Management takes the stress out of your event so you can sit back and enjoy. Contact Ben Barr from Pro Style Production today to discuss your event or visit ProStyleProduction.com. Pro Style Production Live Events. Let the pros handle it.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knott. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit MinotHockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork in their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planet Pizza. Systems go for lunch. When supper time's up front, T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for
Premier Movement. Move better, perform better, live better. Premier Movement is personal training redefined. Using group classes that demand accountability, action, and results. Visit PremierMovementND.com to learn how you can change your life today. While you're there, you can also see how to sign up for your first workout for free. PremierMovementND.com.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestad from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Pro Style Production Live Events specializes in making your event fun with a professional touch, whether it's a wedding, reunion, or party. Pro Style Productions event management takes the stress out of your event so you can sit back and enjoy. Contact Ben Barr from Pro Style Production today to discuss your event or visit prostyleproduction.com. Pro Style Production Live Events. Let the pros handle it.
18 seconds. You see the clock. Lewis. Manson. Now Lewis inside. Turnaround. Can't get it. Williams. Offensive board and scores! With 7 seconds to go. We're tied at 46. Paul Williams may have missed a couple of opportunities at the midway point of this quarter, but he has scored 5 straight for Minot.
Hustle, determination, the sheer will to win. It's time for high school basketball on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events. Now let's go to the hardwood. For the Planet Pizza Countdown to Tip-Off, here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Holberg.
17-0. That's the record of the Legacy Sabres, the top team in girls North Dakota high school basketball on the west side of the state. Tonight, the Legacy Sabres are in town here in the Magic City to take on the Minot High Magents that currently sit at a 7-8 mark in this West Region matchup in the rematch from their game on December 20th. The Legacy won 60-48. Good evening and welcome to the Planet Pizza pregame show. Planet Pizza is the area's ultimate party location for school parties, team parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They truly are out of this world. Planet Pizza can be reached at 701-852-1700 tonight. They will deliver this entire ball game long here tonight. Nick Holberg alongside with my good friend, Miss Holly Johnson, one of the best to ever come through the program at Minot High. So good that she was named the 2012 Miss Basketball North Dakota. Holly, welcome back to the broadcast booth. Thanks for joining me tonight for this David versus Goliath, in a sense, matchup tonight with the top team out west, Legacy and Minot High.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Nick. This will be a good one tonight. I'm really looking forward to watching the top team in the region and seeing Minot battle with them.
When you look at the stats across the list for Legacy, there's a few things that hop off the paper to me. One of those is the rebounding game. They've all rebounded their opponents on the year, plus 139. Just touch on that for a moment, how crucial that stat line really is when you have Minot High that comes in being out-rebounded on the year by a margin of -55 going against Legacy, who's the best in the West for rebounding. How big of a factor is that really here tonight?
You know, I think that's going to be huge for Minot. One of my keys in my own mental notes for tonight was Minot having to close that rebounding margin. Legacy is averaging 44 boards a game and Minot at 25. So getting outboarded by 20 generally comes out to a loss. So if Minot wants to stay in this game and be tight with them, they're going to have to close that margin.
Let's go back to the last game that we had on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network for girls high school basketball. It was Minot against St. Mary's. It was a matchup that really had some implications of what would happen in the West Region standings as we continue to get closer and closer to tournament time. One of the things that really sticks in my memory from that game is that Minot High just didn't give up towards the end when they really could have thrown in the white flag. They lost that ball game 47-40. Your thoughts on the game just a couple nights ago?
You know, that game was huge for both of those teams. St. Mary's got themselves out of that log jam that Coach Shores talked about last game, and Minot's still stuck in that jam, and now it's between them and Jamestown towards the end of the stretch here. So I really liked what I saw from Minot being able to keep clawing away, even when, like you said, they could have thrown in the white flag. And I think tonight we won't see a different team. I think they know that they don't have much to lose against Legacy, with being the undefeated team in the region. So for Minot High, it's really just going out and giving it their all and seeing what they can do.
You've been in games like this in your career where you're matching up against the best team in the conference or the state, the league, whatever it may be. What is your mentality as a team right now, like Minot High, that's midway in the pack in the WDA, going up against a team that's undefeated? Is there a special mentality that you carry into a game like this tonight?
Well, I think one of the biggest things for Minot High is they've got to know that somebody's got to step up besides Allie Nelson. She's been carrying them all season, being the leading scorer in the WDA with 17 a game. And I think somebody else is going to have to step up for them to make some noise in the tournament late in the year.
Should be a fun one here tonight. Thanks again for joining us on the PSP Network for this girls high school basketball matchup tonight. When we come back to the Planet Pizza Countdown to tip-off, we'll talk to Jason Schwartz, the head coach of the Magents. We'll hear his thoughts after the loss to St. Mary's a few nights ago. We'll hear his thoughts and his game plan heading in to the Ward tonight against a Legacy team that's unbeaten here in 2019-2020. So Planet Pizza tip-off, countdown to tip-off. When we come back, we'll hear from the coach. This is Minot High Magents basketball.
Systems go for lunch when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza.
It's time for the Planet Pizza pregame coaches corner. Get your game plan for laser tag in the largest laser tag playground in the region. Did we mention the cheesy, delicious, mouth-watering first bite of a Planet Pizza pizza? Now, here's the matchup's insight with the Planet Pizza Coaches Corner.
It's the Planet Pizza Countdown to tip-off Coaches Corner. We're now joined by Minot High head coach Mr. Jason Schwartz. First of all, Coach, thanks for some time here tonight.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Should be a good one with Legacy tonight. Legacy comes in as the number one team in the WDA. They're 17-0 overall on the year. When you look at this matchup tonight, you guys are the heavy underdog here. In your mind, is there an opportunity to get a win here tonight? Do you have to just play your best basketball, or is there a miracle needed tonight?
Well, when you play a Bismarck Legacy or a Bismarck Century, the only way you're going to beat them is you have to play your best, because even when they don't play their best, they're still pretty darn good. So we know, but that's our goal. I don't care who we're playing, whether it's the top team or the bottom team in the WDA. Our goal still is to go out there and play our best. And we talk all the time about playing against the game. Instead of playing against your opponent or playing against the scoreboard, you're playing against the game. Like, you got to do everything in the game well. You got to box out, you got to rebound, you got to hit free throws, you got to make layups when you get those opportunities. So it doesn't really matter who the opponent is. We are holding ourselves to a certain standard. Like, we have to do all of these little things well for us to be successful, regardless of who we're playing.
Let's go back to the last matchup with Bismarck St. Mary's that we had on the PSP Network, and I was really impressed with your ball team and the fight that you guys had until the very end. Touch on that game just a little bit. I'm not much of a guy that knows the X's and O's, but it just didn't seem like the shots fell for you that night. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, most definitely. We had a lot of good looks, looks around the rim, open threes. We didn't shoot well from around the ring, and so the ball has to fall for us much better tonight than it did. But our defense gave us an opportunity. Our kids work extremely hard. They fight extremely hard. So they're always, going to give us a chance in that respect. But, any basketball team will tell you, in order to win, the ball has got to fall for you. And, we certainly had our opportunities. We got to take advantage of those, especially when we're on our home court.
Kind of scary looking at Legacy's stats. They're a team that's out-rebounded their opponent on the year by 139 throughout the season. They've got distribution across the sheet. What's the message to the girls knowing that Legacy can go deep into the bench and continue to be good all night?
Yeah, it's got to be a full team effort, especially in the boxing out area, because they're going to crash extremely hard. They throw up a lot of shots. They throw them up rather quick, but they're all they're all attacking the rim when that shot goes up. So, all it takes is one kid to, forget their responsibility as far as boxing out, and somebody slips through and they get an easy putback. So that's going to be a big emphasis for us tonight. If we don't take care of that area, it's going to be a long night for us.
This venue for you guys has just been fantastic. You could hear it now in the JV game. It's loud in here, and the acoustics are great. You've had great crowds this year. How much will that factor in tonight if this is a close ball game down the stretch?
Well, it's always nice having your home crowd behind you, and we've got to give them some reason to cheer. They were a little quiet the other night, and for good reason. We didn't play our best, so we win or lose tonight. We got to be able to walk away and say that we played our best. So that's what our goal is from the get-go.
Sure appreciate your time here tonight. Best of luck against Legacy.
Okay, thanks, Nick.
That's Jason Schwartz, the head coach of the Majets. When we come back to the Planet Pizza Countdown and tip-off, Holly and I will look further into the numbers. This is Minot High Majets basketball.
My name is Marshall Minot. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit minothockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Loyal and true, the school song blares inside the gymnasium here at Magic City campus for tonight's West Region Girls High School basketball matchup. The Legacy Sabres are in town, the top team in the West Region, arguably in the state of North Dakota. They're right in the conversation with Devils Lake. They go tonight against the Minot High Majets. Nick Holberg and Holly Johnson here for the call on the PSP Network. It's the Planet Pizza Countdown to tip-off. Holly, when you look at these two teams, Minot High is led by Allie Nelson. She leads the WDA with 17.1 points per game. Distribution on the other side for Legacy, they've got plenty of girls that can score the ball. How much of a factor does that become in tonight's game, knowing that their bench can go deep if they have any foul trouble here tonight?
Well, you nailed another one of my keys for Minot tonight, Nick. The other thing besides closing the rebounding margin is being able to step up on D. They obviously can't just hone in on one kid like Legacy can with Minot High. They've got to be able to stop all three of those kids, averaging 12 points a game each. And then you've got other girls coming off the bench and your other two starters bringing in 8, 5, and 6 points a game. So they're going to really have to keep their eyes peeled and know where everybody's at on the floor.
Time for the national anthem inside the venue here at Magic City campus. We'll take our final commercial break. When we come back, we're going to tip this one off. The Sabres and the Majets in girls high school basketball tonight from the Magic City. Hope you enjoy the game. We'll get it on when we get back. This is Minot High Majets basketball.
Systems go for lunch break when supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for fun. Planet Pizza.
Premier Movement. Move better, perform better, live better. Premier Movement is personal training redefined. Using group classes that demand accountability, action, and results. Visit PremierMovementND.com to learn how you can change your life today. While you're there, you can also see how to sign up for your first workout for free. PremierMovementND.com.
Throughout the areas we serve, First International Bank and Trust employees are actively involved in helping our customers and communities grow. This is Kevin Vigestead from First International Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Whether it's coaching a Little League team, leading through involvement with nonprofit organizations, or a proud Beaver booster, know that all of us at First International Bank and Trust are committed to giving back to the places where we live and work.
Pro Style Production Live Events specializes in making your event fun with a professional touch, whether it's a wedding, reunion, or party. Pro Style Productions event management takes the stress out of your event so you can sit back and enjoy. Contact Ben Barr from Pro Style Production today to discuss your event or visit ProStyleProduction.com. Pro Style Production Live Events. Let the pros handle it. This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events. Now let's get back to the hardwood. Here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Holber.
The colors have been retired. The national anthem has been played. Here tonight, just about time for our official introductions with Legacy and Minot High tonight to this girls' high school basketball matchup. Nick Holberg alongside of Holly Johnson for the countdown to tip-off tonight, brought to you by Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza, the area's ultimate party location for school parties, team parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They truly are out of this world. Planet Pizza can be reached at 701-852-1700. I highly recommend the Blue Buffalo Pizza. Holly, do you have a favorite at Planet Pizza? Dying to know.
Blue Buff, you got it.
How long do you think it would take for us to crush a 30-inch galactic pizza up there? You think we could ever get that done?
I bet we could get it done pretty easily.
I think we could too tonight. Speaking of easily tonight, that's kind of what Legacy has in mind with this matchup against Minot High. When you look at the WDA standings, Legacy, the top team of the West. They come in at 16-0 in conference play. Minot High at 7-8 in the West region. When you look at the standings across the WDA, here's how they shake up. Legacy number 1, Century number 2 at 14-1. Bismarck High's 11-5. They sit in third, followed by Mandan at 10-5. St. Mary's is at 9-6. Jamestown's at 6-7. Minot's at 7-8. Then you've got Watford City, Williston, Dickinson, and Turtle Mountain. 4 wins for Watford City and Williston, 2 for Dickinson, 0 for Turtle Mountain tonight. In your mind, is there an opportunity for Minot High here tonight? I asked Jason Swartz the same question. The David versus Goliath matchup, in a sense, according to the stats. Is there an opportunity for a letdown here tonight from Legacy? And if that becomes a reality for Minot High, what is the key for Minot High tonight if they want a chance to win this game?
Well, I think anytime there's a tip-off, there's an opportunity, but to be honest, I think that if Legacy thinks they're going to get an easy win tonight, they might be in store for a long run, because Minot High is not a team to just roll over like we saw against St. Mary's last week. And to be honest, Minot High doesn't have much to lose against Legacy. Legacy is obviously the favorite tonight, and we'll see what Minot High can do.
We realize now how big of a matchup it was against St. Mary's the other night as far as the standings are concerned in the WDA. A win here tonight would certainly help the Majette's cause down the stretch, and it would make things interesting with Legacy ending up with a loss in their loss column. They would be tied with Bismarck Century with the amount of losses on the season. Here's who we need to listen for tonight for Bismarck Legacy. Ariana Berryhill, 12.3 points per game on average. Jaden Baker averages 11.9. Ashton Sagasser averages 7.3. 7.9 for Mac Boone. They don't have a whole lot of height, but they are athletic and they're gritty. They play tough defense, and boy, do they rebound the basketball. That's a huge key for us here tonight. Minot High will be in their home white uniforms with maroon and gold trim. They've got the magenta logo on the side of the shorts. It says Minot across the chest with the number below on the front and the back. Legacy's in all black tonight. They're trimmed out in gold. It says Legacy across the chest. Numbers on the front and back. Opening tip-off from Jason Sharpie, and we are underway. Minot High wins the opening tip of the ball game here tonight, and it's Becca Cheddar that dishes off to McLean. Now it's Paige Rosenkrantz with the basketball. She goes up top, outside the umbrella, back over to Evenson. Evenson from the corner. She's going to put it up and in. My goodness, nice play from Mariah Evenson. She made that look easy.
She did. That's exactly what Minot needs from her tonight.
Basketball controlled down by Legacy. They work it down to the corner with Dressler. Might remember that name from Bismarck. Weston Dressler, one of the best football players to ever come through North Dakota. Had a long career with the Saskatchewan Roughriders of the Canadian Football League. That's Weston Dressler, that name. Well, Alexis Dressler is a cousin of Weston. Basketball controlled by Cheddar. Over the timeline, Minot High is going to be charged with not being able to get the ball back over the timeline. Perry Olson was all over that one. He, along with Todd Hoffman and Jason Sharpie, are our officials here tonight. One of the better looking crews that they have.
That's what you think, huh, Holbert?
Brings a small smile to your face. Ball control, just all for fun. Ball control now by Legacy. They work it back over to the corner with the basketball. Dribbling here with it is Songerser. She works it back up top. Handling is Dressler. Dressler's going to work it inside. Becca Cheddar's there, double team. On the shot clock, we're down to 6. Deep look from three land. Ball was up on the attempt from 23. Berryhill, no good. And there's a foul on the play. That's an offensive foul on Legacy. Minot High will get the ball back. Jaden Baker charged with her first personal, first team foul. Allie Nelson trying to get it across the half-court line. Off to Cheddar, back to Nelson. Nelson delivers down to Rosenkrantz. Here's Paige Rosenkrantz for Minot High. She works it back up top to Allie Nelson. At the elbow, spins it back to her left. She crashes towards the rack. Rebound pulled down by Berryhill. Berryhill, the Hail Mary pass to the other end of the floor to Baker. Baker back up top. Then Baker's got it back. She works it back up away to Berryhill. It's going to go out of bounds on Minot High. And the Magentas early on with stingy defense. They lead 2-0 in the ballgame. Well, we talk about Mariah Evenson picking up some of the slack and taking that pressure off of Allie Nelson. She's the only girl with points in the game so far. Here's a three attempt downtown from Legacy. Shot came up, but no good. Rebound pulled down by the Magentas, and they come back to the other end of the floor with it. That was Songerser that threw it up from three land, no good. Ball's going to be taken away momentarily there as Mac Boone came crashing in, and the ball went out of bounds. Well, Legacy's got the black uniforms. They've got unique shoes. Every single one of them on the floor has a neon-colored shoes. You look at Mac Boone, those are bright neon green. With the basketball handling now as Cheddar crashes towards the rack, just off the front of the rim. Pulled down here, and here come the Sabres back the other way with the basketball. Baker, she was blocked on the play. Lauren McLean got in the way of her, and Minot High will keep the goose egg on the board for the Sabres early in the ballgame.
Minot High is going to have to find Legacy in transition. They transition like a college basketball team. Run wide, rim runner. They're going to struggle with that tonight if they don't figure that out quick.
There's a foul on the play. It's on Paige Rosenkrantz. That's going to be her first personal, first team foul on Minot High. Student sections here tonight. Right below the Legacy basket. Looks like plaid might be the go-to scheme here tonight, or maybe that's just the style the kids are wearing these days. 15:36 to play here in the first half. Minot High's up 2-0, but with the basketball. Back Boone. Runner put it up with one hand, no good. Rebound pulled down, and Minot High's Allie Nelson's got it. She delivers to Becca Cheddar. Cheddar off to Paige Rosenkrantz. Right at the Magician emblem, right at center court. Dish back off. It's Becca Cheddar outside the wing. Threw it inside to Allie Nelson. Nelson hit the deck on the play, and the ball went off her fingertips and out of bounds.
You can tell Minot High is trying to run some set plays and get looks for Evenson and Allie, and it looks like they're executing well, just not on that play there.
Inbounding now with the basketball. Legacy will cross the timeline with it. Barry Hill dished off to the far right corner. Back up top it comes with it now is Dressler. Inside the paint, shot came up. We're going to have a jump basketball. Mariah Evenson right on the back there of number 32, Sagasser. Legacy fans wanted to call your thoughts on that play.
You know, judging by Legacy's fans, I almost want to side with them, but I think that was just an aggressive play, and that's what we're going to see the rest of the night. Outside look, here's a 3 attempt. Sabres still not on the board. Dressler put it up, but no good. Allie Nelson had the ball stripped from her. Nice defense there from Mac Boone. Comes back into the possession here for Dressler. There's a foul on the play. Perry Olson says Allie Nelson commits her first personal, second team foul of the ball game. You could see that was kind of a frustration foul by Allie. She knew better than to pick up the ball there on the other side of the court and had a turnover, and often that happens when you get frustrated. Becca Cheddar intercepts the inbound pass from the Sabres. Minot High's got it. Allie Nelson outside the arc, worked around by McLean. Back up top, Minot High's McLean. Off to the corner with it is Rosenkrantz from the elbow. Back up top to Cheddar. Here's number 11, White, dishes down low. Back to Allie Nelson. Inside, Nelson put it up, but the block was there. Nice defensive play from Alexis Dressler. 14:28 to play here the first half. Minot High up 2-0. Nelson inside to Rosenkrantz. Then Nelson got it back. Oh, she missed the gimme from short range. It went off the side of the backboard. Sabres pull it down, and they've got control here with Barry Hill. Back up top, around it came from Mac Boone. Down with the basketball is Jaden Baker. Up top, handling outside the arc is Dressler. Trying to put it inside. Minot High takes it back here with Cheddar. And Cheddar's going to bring it back to the other end of the floor. Nelson, here's a little jump shot inside the arc. She scores. Both teams have struggled to find the bottom of the net tonight. Hopefully that changes here in the next few minutes. 4-0, Minot High on top, thanks to Allie Nelson's first of the ball game. Todd Hoffman's got the call. Offensive foul on Legacy, and that one will be on number 32, Ashton Sagasar, her first personal. Here the student section coming alive here at the Magic City campus. If you've never been inside of the gymnasium here at Magic City, this place, fantastic place to catch a basketball game. It was loud the other night for Minot High boys basketball where they took on St. Mary's and didn't have a problem there. Here's the shot off the corner from Minot High. There it goes. The ball was pulled down by the Sabres, and they bring it back the other way with Jaden Baker. Baker inside, side of the paint. First 2 points of the night for Legacy belong to Stuyvesant. She was at the side of the rack and put it in. 4-2, Minot High on top. Back the other way for the Jets. Oh, big stuff. Marigos put that one up, and she was denied. Jaden Baker says, I don't think so. Evenson checks in for Minot High. Checking out is Lauren McLean. Minot High inbound. Rosenkrantz throws it up. Evenson's all alone. Just airballed it. Short from right at the charity stripe, but the basketball pulled down by the Sabres. The other way now for Sagasar. Work back up top. Taken there by Barry Hill. Now crashing towards the rack. Count it. Great play there by Baker. That was an awesome play. Great finish and one finish. Get the third point here on this free throw. Jaden Baker's first 2 points of the ball game result in a foul on Tia Haskins for Minot High. Result in a fall on Paige Rosenkrantz, her second personal, so she's going to check out of the ball game. Haskins checks in, so does Lundy. At the charity stripe for the old-fashioned three-point play. No mistake there for Jaden Baker. She's now got 3 in the ball game. And Legacy leads this one 5-4. They have it on the scoreboard as 4-4. I don't think that's correct. It's got to be 5-4. They just haven't put it up yet, unless I'm missing something. There, they got it. 12:58 left in the first half. Minot High trailing now 5-4 here to Legacy. Your thoughts on the tempo so far from the Majettes? Well, you can tell Jason Schwartz is trying to coach the Majettes up on this press. As long as they can clear out and just get the ball across half court, that's going to be key for Minot High tonight to relieve some of that pressure. Here's Avery Lundy, the 8th grader, dished inside. Nelson had it on her fingertips. She lost it. And Elena Hill brings it back the other way.
Hill works it to the elbow. Now it's going to be put up. The shot rolls in. And Mac Boone's got her first 2 points of the night. Minot High with the ball again. Tia Haskins now controlling. With it is Paige Rosenkrantz. Minot High came out swinging. They led 4-0. But now it's 7-4 in favor of Legacy. Evenson charged with the travel. And the ball will belong to Legacy once again.
I'd be interested to see what the turnover count is. We've only been playing for 6 minutes, and it seems like every other possession has been a turnover tonight.
Legacy to inbound underneath their basketball hoop. Good crowd on hand here tonight. Wouldn't say it's at capacity, but one thing's for sure, the Legacy faithful have traveled well. They're right in front of us here tonight. They've had plenty to cheer about now with the 7-4 lead. 6 minutes into the first half. Here's a shot from the charity stripe that was up, rebounded by Avery Lundy. The attempt was there, but no good from Barry Hill. Minot High's got the basketball. Here's Paige Rosenkrantz. She calls the shots. Rosenkrantz outside the arc, off to Lundy. Lundy inside down to Nelson. Nelson had the ball stripped from her. Stingy defense there, and back the other way comes Mac Boone in the one-on-one against Lundy. Jump shot, no good. Boone pulls it down, puts up the second attempt. And Mac Boone's going to go to the charity stripe to shoot 2. Ball will be on Minot High's Avery Lundy. That's her first personal. Up to the 4th team foul. Mac Boone in the neon green shoes here tonight. She converts on the first. Did you ever wear fancy shoes like that any time in your career that you can remember?
I will admit to Pat Summitt signed shoes. I went to a basketball camp at Tennessee one time, and she was my hero, man. So I rocked the autographed shoes my junior year.
Seemed to work out for you. You had a fantastic year that year, so much so that it's got you in the record book at Minot High for the most points in a season. Second one is good for Mac Boone from the free throw line. Now it's 9-4, Legacy on top. With the basketballs, Cheddar dished down. Haskins had it. She traveled. And Minot High loses the ball there on the unforced turnover. It comes back into possession for Bismarck Legacy, 9-4. There's a timeout on the floor. We're going to regroup as well. Legacy trailed 4-0 early in this one. It's been all Sabres since. It's 9-4. 11:24 left in the first half. This is Minot High Jet basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production live events.
A 9-0 run for Bismarck Legacy has the Sabres on top. 9-4. Nick Holberg and Holly Johnson with the call tonight on the PSP Network. Thanks for joining us here tonight. With the basketball, the Sabres control from the corner. Here's a 3 attempt off the mark from Barry Hill. Rebound put back up, no good. As the shot came from Dressler, Minot High boards the basketball. And Rosenkrantz brings it across the timeline. With the basketball now, this is Landry Maragos. She dished it off, and with the ball's McLean up top to Cheddar. Cheddar kicks it outside. Maragos open for 3. That was an air ball. Ball's going to last be touched by Minot High, so Legacy gets the ball back. Can you pinpoint a little bit more on your thoughts on some of the sloppiness early in the ball game?
Well, you know, Nick, Legacy's trying to slow Minot down a little bit with that press that they've got going, and it's working, but Minot's ending up turning the ball over, and I just don't know if they're used to the pressure. If the guards don't like that, obviously they don't, but Legacy's been sloppy too on the other end of the court, and we'll see. Hopefully both teams can clean it up here for a good rest of the half of basketball.
Legacy with the basketball outside the arc. Elena Hill worked it around, back over to the corner to Baker. Baker guarded by Rosenkrantz. Todd Hoffman says there's a violation on the play. 3-second violation on Legacy, so Minot High gets the ball back. As a coach, those are the ones that really make you pull your hair out, those Little errors like that throughout the night. Minot High will take it. Allie Nelson off to Becca Cheddar. Down to 10:25 in the first half. Minot High still trailing by 5. It's 9-4. Here's Maragos from the outside. At the elbow, spin move. She puts up the shot. Rolled in, then out rebound. Pulled down there by Dressler. And here comes Bismarck Legacy the other way. With the basketball now, Alexis Dressler, the 6-foot-tall senior, off to the corner. 3 attempt up from Hill, no good. Allie Nelson pulls down the board, and here comes Minot High with the basketball. Allie Nelson dribbling 4 feet off the outside of the arc. Becca Cheddar now on the right side. By the way, Minot High's traveling from the left to the right, right to left for Bismarck Legacy tonight. Cheddar's got it. She crashes towards the rack. High up off the window, no good. Ball was pulled down by the Sabres, and they've got it at the other end of the floor. How about that move up and in? Count 2 more points there for Jaden Baker.
Great transition there by Legacy. Baseball pass down the floor and a nice Euro step to get the 2-pointer on the other end.
Sabres take the 11-4 lead. Minot High, Jason Schwartz calls the timeout. We'll keep it right here and let you know that if you're buying or selling a home, let 701 Realty be the place to call. Andrew McKenna Goodmanson, they do fantastic work at 701 Realty. Again, 701 Realty in Minot. Andrew McKenna Goodmanson will make your experience a positive one. Give them a call if you're buying or selling today. Thanks again to our good friends at Planet Pizza, the area's ultimate party location. School parties, team parties, birthday parties, and so much more. They brought you the countdown and tip-off here tonight and the Coach's Corner. I had an opportunity to talk to Jim Patrick, the head coach of Legacy, 2003 graduate of Shiloh Christian in Bismarck. He's made his rounds coaching. He's been in the game for quite some time now here with Legacy. Legacy came into the league in 2015. Their first graduating class was 2017. Avery Lundy from downtown hits. That's a big 3-pointer for the 8th grader.
Big shot from her. With her being able to get her feet set, she's going to be able to knock down those shots. She's going to be a good shooter. She's got 4 years left of varsity basketball.
With the ball down at the other end of the floor, the collar shot is there. 3-pointer on the other end of the floor for Sydney Couts. Well, the exchange blows now, and it's 14-7 Legacy with under 9 to play here in the first half. Back off to Lundy. Up top it comes. McLean handles. McLean back to Rosenkrantz on the left side outside the arc. Lundy's open for 3. She shoots again. Had the green light, but it hit the back of the rim, and the rebound was pulled down here by the Sabres. At the other end of the floor, Jaden Baker worked it back up top with the basketball. Sagasur charged with the travel. Minot High gets the ball back.
Now it's time to capitalize on these turnovers. Like you mentioned earlier, both teams are sloppy, and that's a big opportunity for Minot High.
Jason Schwartz calls the shots from the sidelines as Allie Nelson inbounds the basketball off to Paige Rosenkrantz. Full court press was on. With the ball, it's going to be handled by Evenson. She kicks it up top. Rosenkrantz dishes it off McLean. McLean charges through the lane, kicks it back out. Evenson fakes. She goes towards the rack. She thought she was fouled. They say no, the ball just goes out of bounds. 14-7. Minot High trailing Legacy in this one. Allie Nelson inbounds. Now McLean back to Nelson. Kicks it back up. McLean, she shoots 2-ball, no good. Rebound pulled down Evenson. Evenson stuffed there by Dressler. And at the other end of the floor with it up. The layup is good. 2 more points for Jaden Baker.
More transition points. They're a great transition team in offense. That's a remarkable play.
Rosenkrantz double teamed at half court. Mac Boone charged with their first personal. Todd Hoffman having a conversation with the Legacy coach, Jim Patrick. Jason Schwartz was right there as well. Doesn't look friendly on the sideline right in front of us here tonight, does it?
It's looking gnarly. That's what it's all about, though. End of conference play. That's what's exciting about this time of year.
Rosenkrantz with the basketball. Haskins inside. Nelson. She put it up, but she's going to be fouled on the play. And Allie Nelson's going to go to the charity stripe. The foul will be charged to 13, Alexis Dressler. Allie Nelson averaging 17.1 points per game. That's good enough to lead the WDA She shoots 69% from the charity stripe. Here's her first. And Allie Nelson now has 3 points in the ball game. She connects on the first one. Here's Nelson on the second attempt. Nothing but net there, and Allie Nelson has 2 big free throws. Minot High pulls back to 16-9. Legacy on top. 3-ball, other end of the floor. Rebound pulled down. Nelson's got it. And Allie Nelson delivers off to Rosenkrantz. Well, in games like this, your best players have to be the best players on the floor in these matchups. And right now, Allie Nelson trying to do just that for Minot High. Rosenkrantz gets it off to Lundy. Here's the 8th grader for Minot High. Thought about the 3-ball. She tried to throw it to Evenson. It's going to be turned over. Legacy will touch it last, but it goes out of bounds, so Minot High gets the ball back at the half-court line. If you're Jason Schwartz, are you satisfied with where the game sits at this point?
You know, I think he should be excited about their energy level, but like I said before, and you mentioned about turning the ball over, that Minot's got to clean it up because Legacy has had a few turnovers, and it's their opportunity to capitalize on those to be able to put some points on the board.
Rosenkrantz with 5 on the shot clock. She works it back up top. Here's Evenson. There's a foul on the play. Todd Hoffman was right there. He's got the signal. It's on number 23, Ariana Berryhill. Minot High will inbound. That's her first personal, by the way. Minot High will inbound. Shot clock was reset to 30 with the basketball. Allie Nelson up top to Becca Cheddar. Here's Cheddar at the elbow. Cheddar is going to work it back up top to Nelson. Nelson crashing out. Kicks it off to Rosenkrantz. Rosenkrantz, left-handed look, put it up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Dressler, and here come the Sabres back the other way. Dressler inside, wide open, big block downtown. Evenson says, I don't think so.
Big block by Evenson there, but there's no excuse for Minot to have somebody with that wide open in transition defense.
Becca Cheddar trying to put it up. She was stuffed on the play. Nice play there from Stuyvesant. Ball went out of bounds on her. Inbounded by Nelson. Underneath the rack. Up top it comes. Lundy's got it inside. Here's Nelson. She's stuffed on the play. Alexis Dressler got in the face of Nelson. Avery Lundy took the ball away momentarily with the ball now. Here's a runner layup. It's in. 2 points for Berryhill. The lead is now doubled here for the Sabres. 6 on the dot to play in the first half. It's 18-9 Bismarck Legacy. Becca Cheddar's got the basketball up to Evenson. She works it around the perimeter. Finds Rosenkrantz in the corner. She brings it back up top. Now Evenson. A runner off the glass. No good. Gets her own board. Rebound. Then taken away and stripped from her by Stuyvesant, and she'll go to the other end of the floor with it. Here's Stuyvesant for the Sabres. Down to 5:38 to play in the first half. 18-9. Legacy on top. 3-ball. The attempt from Hill. No good. Rebound pulled down. Evenson's got the basketball. The Legacy fans are livid. With the basketball now is Cheddar. She's in the corner. She hits for 3. Minot High back within 6. This is the loudest we've heard the venue yet. Legacy thought there should have been a foul at that end of the floor on their offensive side of the floor. Minot High took it to the other end and put it up and in. With the basketball, Sabres working around up top. They've got it with Hill crashing towards the rack. Here's the shot off the glass, cut and it's in. Berryhill hit. She's got 2 more. Well, the 5'8", number 23, Berryhill. No mistake about that one. She's got 4 now in the ball game. 8-point lead for Legacy. 4:40 to play here in the first half. Rosenkrantz inside to Evenson. She's going to cross back over. Evenson off the glass and in.
Great left. Evenson's been frustrated this whole game with the physicality of Legacy. That was a great score for her.
Fun to watch her, the patience that the 10th grader has for Minot High. In the corner, other end of the floor. Shot came up, no good from Berryhill. And Minot High will get the ball back. Well, it's a game of momentum and runs. Right now, it's fair to say that Minot High might have some of that momentum in their corner.
Yeah, like you said, basketball's a game of runs, and Legacy had theirs, and now Minot High's trying to storm back here in the last few minutes of this half. Get the game hopefully tied up, or at least within a couple possessions.
With the basketball, Rosenkrantz worked it back in. Handling now is Landry Maragos. Maragos going to be charged with the foul on the offensive side.
That might be another frustration foul off Maragos. Again, Legacy's a physical team, and she was ready to pop one with her elbow.
That can't feel good, taking it right in the ribs like she just delivered.
I'd like to think I never gave anybody an elbow.
Bologna. Ball with the basketball now. Minot High has got it. Rosenkrantz, she'll deliver back over to Lundy. Lundy from two-land hits. Nothing but that for Avery Lundy. Legacy fans are livid. You can hear them right in front of us here tonight. Hang on tight. This West Region affair hasn't disappointed yet. 20-16. Minot High's back within 4. 3:48 left in the first half. This is Minot High Magents basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibetto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Rouse Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production live events. Now let's get back to the hardwood. Here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Holber.
Well, there's some fireworks inside the gymnasium here at Magic City campus. 3:48 left here in our first half. 20-16 Legacy on top of this one, and we've had it all so far here tonight. Looks like fans are getting asked to politely leave the venue. With the basketball now, Sabres have it on the inbound. 3:40 to play in the first half. Dish back outside, handling now is Baker. She brings it back to the near side. It's Boone all alone. Mac Boone off the front of the rim. Rebound is pulled down here by Baker. It's worked around the perimeter, taken away by Lundy, and here's Avery Lundy. One-on-one back the other way. Lundy put it up. Ball will last be touched by Minot High. And Maragos, it goes out of bounds, and Minot High will go back to the defensive side of the ball.
That was a big play by Berryhill. She just turned the ball over, but that didn't slow her down. She sprinted back to the other end, got a stuff, and then managed to save the ball in the same play. That was awesome.
3:15 left here in the first half. Fan that was politely asked to leave, I think, politely made his way back in. Basketball pulled down here by Minot High, and they've got it here with Allie Nelson. Hang on tight. This one hasn't disappointed yet tonight. Under 3 to play in the first half. Number 7 in the West, Minot High against the unbeaten number 1 Bismarck Legacy. Lundy outside the arc with it. She delivers inside. Nelson crosses back over. Nelson off the glass. No good, but there's a foul on the play. Jason Sharpie right there says that Dressler commits her second. The patience of Allie Nelson and Evenson, the way that they can go left or right from that short range. It's just fun to watch those two girls with that ability to do so.
It is fun to watch them down low, and the biggest part of that is their footwork. They've obviously had somebody coaching them up since they were young, and they don't get caught in a lot of travels, which is awesome because a lot of young girls get kind of caught up in that when they're trying to make moves down low.
Allie Nelson missed her third attempt of the night from the free throw line. Here's the fourth. No question about that one, nothing but net. She's got 3 from the free throw line and 1 2-pointer tonight for 5, leading the Magents 20-17. Big takeaway from Allie Nelson. She's at the other end of the floor with it. Nelson stops and pops just off the mark. Rebound pulled down. McLean, Lundy back up top. Nelson's open for 3, just off the mark. Hit the front of the rim, off the backboard. And Legacy's got the ball back at the other end of the floor. Here's Jaden Banker with it. Last touch by Legacy, and Minot High gets the ball back. You'd have to assume this is just the position Minot High wanted to be in the ball game. Late to the first half, they trail by 3 with 2:18 left.
You can see this man-to-man press again, just trying to slow the game down for Minot High, and Legacy's doing a good job of it.
Here's Paige Rosenkrantz. She's going to work it around up top, back off to Allie Nelson. Nelson's got it here. She kicks it to the corner. Rosenkrantz thought about the three. Now she drives towards the basket at the baseline. Back up top. Lundy under 10 on the shot clock. Lundy from 2 and she hits. She's a special player. She's only in 8th grade, and she's got Minot High back within 1. 20-19 with 1:40 left here in the first half. Deep three attempt is good. Count it. That one falls for Sydney Counts. Counts has 2 3-pointers tonight for Legacy, and they're in the driver's seat still at 23-19. Nelson off to Lundy. On the left side, kick back up top. Maragos back over to Lundy. Shot clock down to 11. Steps back outside the arc. Lundy missed that one. Airballed it, and the ball's pulled back down, and Berryhill brings it the other way. Berryhill off to the corner. Crashing towards the rack, putting it up and in. That's Jaden Baker. 2 more for her. Under a minute to play in the first half. Minot High fans underneath the rack thought maybe a travel should have been called there. Maragos handles here. Here's Maragos. Dished inside. Nelson stuffed on the play. Gets her own rebound back. Gets the ball back, I should say. Bounces on the rack, then it falls through. Nelson has 2 more. Minot High's back within 4. With the basketball and over the timeline, here comes Berryhill. Berryhill outside the arc. Shot clock at 19. Game clock at 25. It's 25-21. Sabres on top of the Magents. Jim starts to come to volume. Here's a turnaround jump shot. That one was nothing but that for Ashton Sagasar. Rosenkrantz. Final 7 seconds. Cut him down, kids. We're at 5, now 4 inside to Lundy. Lundy puts it up. 1.9 seconds left in the first half. Lundy charged with the offensive foul.
Big play made there by Legacy, end of the half, and they weren't going to let the Magets get a scoring opportunity, and they did just that.
Inbounding here for Legacy with 1.9 seconds left is Dressler at half court. Here's the shot. This one put up. Oh, just missed. The attempt was there. The opportunity for Elena Hill to score her first would have been 3 points in the ball game. Just missed. First International Bank and Trust intermission report is right around the corner. Plenty to talk about in this one. 27-21, Legacy at the break. Holly and I will break down the numbers of the first half when we return. It's been a fun one so far here tonight. This is Minot High Magents basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production live events.
I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit MinotHockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At the break, Bismarck Legacy leads 27-21. Minot High came out of the first half of basketball. They led 4-0. A back and forth affair ended up having Legacy turn on the burners. They went on a 9-0 run to take the 9-4 lead. Then Minot High, the closest they got was 20-16, a 4-point difference. Then it got real close there towards the end of the first half. 27-21 is where we sit now at the end of our first half of basketball. Nick Holberg alongside of former Miss Basketball, Miss Holly Johnson, for our First International Bank and Trust Intermission Report. First International Bank and Trust is a proud member of the Minot community. We stay true to our values by encouraging our staff to spend more time with family. By doing so, we spend more moments living in the moment. Member FDIC, live first. First International Bank and Trust bringing you the halftime report here tonight. Holly, it's Minot High, number 7 in the West, against a Sabres team that's number 1 and undefeated in the West. Your thoughts on that first half of basketball? If you're Minot High, are you impressed with where you're sitting? Are you satisfied?
You know, I think if you're Minot High, you can be satisfied because it's only halftime and you're down 6 to the number 1 team in the region, but they've got to be able to get over their frustrations with how physical Legacy is. You could see that they got a couple fouls and a couple turnovers, just how frustrated they were, and it's hard to get past that mentally sometimes, but that's not a key for them coming up in this half.
On the other side for Legacy, if you're the head coach, Jim Patrick, over there, are you frustrated with the way things went in the first half, maybe just the small things?
Yeah, I think maybe his frustrations might be coming from Stripes and the loud crowd behind him getting riled up. I think it's easy to get wrapped up in that, but they're a great transition team, as you could tell tonight. They're throwing baseball passes and girls are catching and scoring off of it. So a lot of kids aren't doing that tonight, but the biggest thing for them is to be able to shut Nelson down. She's got seven tonight, and I think they're doing a good job holding her under her average, you know, if she goes in for 7 the next half. But holding Nelson down and being able to eliminate their turnovers is going to be huge.
Well, you touch on Allie Nelson with 7 in the ballgame so far tonight, Allie. Allie Nelson with 7 here tonight. Holly, I should say. Looking at Allie on the score sheet. Becca Cheddar with 3 in the ball game. Marigos didn't score the first half. Avery Lundy scored. She hit a 3-pointer. She added 2 field goals for 7. So 7 for Lundy. Allie Nelson with 7. Those two lead the way for Minot High, and the only other scorer for the Majettes was Mariah Evenson, who's got 4 in the ball game. That's how you get to 21 for Minot High. On the other side, Mac Boone's got 4 for Legacy, 6 for Sydney Couch. She hit 2 3-pointers. 2 points for Hannah Stuymes. Ariana Berryhill's got 4, and the only other scorer for Legacy is Jaden Banker, but Banker leads the way. She's got 9 in the first half tonight here for Legacy. Are you impressed with the number 1 team in the WDA? Besides that transition game, it's going to be interesting to see how they shoot the basketball here in the second half.
Yeah, you know, I noticed that Minot High went back and sat in a 2-3 when they came off a made shot at the other end, and I don't think that's a bad option for them. The Legacy, like you said, has been able to come out and connect on a couple threes, but neither team shoots a great shooting percentage. I think Legacy's sitting here at 28% on the year and Minot at 29%. So if you're either one of those teams, I think depending on the shooter, you can let them shoot those and find a box out and get the rebound and head the other way for your opportunity to score.
Alexis Dressler's been big down low inside the paint on the defensive side of the ball. She's had a handful of blocks down there. Is there any message in the room or any correction Minot High can make to try to avoid the big down low, the biggest down low for Legacy tonight that's causing some trouble for Minot High in the paint? You
know, I think block shots is kind of a lost art. A lot of times girls find themselves fouling at the same time they're blocking a shot, and she hasn't done that tonight, so I think that's big for Legacy. But for Minot High to counter that, they're going to have to throw a pump fake in there and a counter move. They're not just going to be able to go right into her and score above her.
This is a tricky question, and I want you to answer it however you'd like to, but Todd Hoffman, Perry Olson, and Jason Sharpie tonight. They are getting a sunburn basically from the yelling coming on their neck here tonight. Your thoughts on the officiating in the first half? Is it fair what Legacy's fans right in front of us are yelling down and raising the havoc on top of our officials tonight?
You know, I think this game is a tough one to manage. Both teams are going at it, and it's a high pace and it's a high level game right now. So I think they're doing a good job, and I think we'll see some more excitement coming up in the second half.
I think that's a nice way to say it. It will be an exciting second half. Minot High trailing by 6. It's 27-21. Legacy on top. We come back. We're going to inbound the basketball for our second half. Minot High trailing by 6, 27-21. Legacy on top. This is Minot High Magents basketball.
I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit minothockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Rouse Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production live events. Now let's get back to the hardwood. Here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Holber.
Well, we're just about set for our second half of basketball here tonight. Minot High trailing Bismarck Legacy 27-21 at the break. That puts a cap on our First International Bank and Trust intermission report. Halftime report, the halftime show. It's been a show tonight between these two ball teams, Legacy and Minot High. First International Bank and Trust is a proud member of the Minot community. We stay true to our values by encouraging our staff to spend more time with family. By doing so, we spend more moments living in the moment. Member FDIC, live first. Well, Holly, it's showtime for our second half. How important are the first 5 minutes of the second half in your mind for both teams?
You know, I think the team that's going to benefit the most from a good attack right off the bat is Minot. They can't afford to get down big by this Legacy team. They're too good.
With the basketball, it's Allie Nelson down low, cuts it back, put it up, but right there was Dressler the way. She puts up the stingy defense, makes the stop, but then she throws the ball away on the other end of the floor, so Minot High will get it back. Legacy brought their cheerleaders here tonight as well. The ball went right into them. They were doing some acrobatics out in the cafeteria tonight when I was eating my pregame hot dog tonight.
I saw you joining them in the backflips.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to do. With the basketball now, it's Allie Nelson. WDA leader in points with 17 per game. Off to the corner to Rosenkrantz. Up top, Evenson's all alone, just rattled in, then out. Rebound pulled down by Allie Nelson. Back up top to Cheddar. Cheddar dishes back over. Minot High from the right to the left, by the way, for the second half. In the corner on the left side, dish down low. Evenson turns it around, left hand. Oh, didn't work. Rebound taken there by Baker, and here come the Sabres back the other way. Barry Hill up top. She moved it around there to Dressler, back inside, all wide open. Nothing but that. That was an easy one there for Ashton Sagasser. Maybe a defensive letdown there for Minot High.
Yeah, it looks like their help side was nowhere to be found, and that's not the way you want to start off the half on the defensive end.
With the basketball, it's Rosenkrantz off to Becca Cheddar. At the charity stripe is Evenson, the sophomore, who's been red hot as of late. Now Nelson, back up top, shot clock down to 7. Here's Becca Cheddar outside the arc. Minot High's got to get rid of the basketball. Nelson steps back, unloads just off the front of the rim. Rebound taken down and pulled away by Berryhill. Other end of the floor, reverse layup was there, but no good from Jayden Baker, the point leader of the ball game with 9. She's denied of her 11th of the ball game. 2 minutes into the second half, 29-21, Legacy on top. With the basketball, it's Allie Nelson. Outside the arc, over to the right corner to Rosenkrantz. Cheddar's open, downtown. The look was wide open, but she just was a bit too strong. Heavy baseball pass, one end of the floor to the other. Up it came, the shot was there from Boone, but no good. Becca Cheddar in transition, back the other way. Cheddar worked it back outside. Comes back to Cheddar, 2 girls on the floor with it, and McLean's away with it. Outside the arc, Evenson. Attempt for 3, no good. Rebound pulled down again by Berryhill. We go back the other way here for Legacy. They're going to cross over the timeline. Full court press is off for the Magents. It's set up now by Legacy with Dressler outside the arc, kicking it over to Mac Boone. Boone back inside. Dressler's got it again. She works it back up top to Berryhill. Berryhill handling. Dished over to the corner. 2 attempt was there from Sagasser, no good. Goes out of bounds on Minot High on that air ball. And Legacy gets the ball back. One you'd like to have back if you're the Magents there. 15:03 to play here in our second half. Yeah, the officials have been taking some heat here tonight. Jason Sharpie's face is about as red as an apple. I don't know if that's from the yelling or from the running up and down the floor. I'd like to congratulate Jason's younger brother, a good friend of mine, Paul Sharpie, on his recent engagement. The wedding date is set. Fantastic, that'll be fun. Here's a shot outside the arc, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Magents. The miss was from Dressler. Lundy to the corner, with it is Cheddar. Up top now, Allie Nelson. Back to the corner, Cheddar again. Here's Cheddar, drives through the lane. Cheddar puts it up, gets it to fall, count it. And Cheddar goes to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Great take by Cheddar. That's a great way for her to start this half.
Ashton Sagasser was charged with the foul. That will put Cheddar at the line. Whoever's running the score clock here tonight, just a bit slow. It should be 23-29. Shot came up, but no good from Cheddar. So she misses from the line.
We'll have to talk to Joel Lawson about that scoreboard. It looks like his gray hairs are kicking in.
You said it, not me. Rebound pulled down by Lundy on the attempt and the miss. It's a foul that will be charged here to Legacy. Mac Boone. So Minot High will inbound again. 6-point lead here for Legacy, 29-23. A win tonight for Minot High, to say the least, would shock the basketball community in the WDA. They've got a shot to do it tonight. They held in there in the first half. Here in the second half. They're exchanging blows back and forth. Ball was inbounded. It was Elena Hill that last touched it for Legacy. It went out of bounds. Started to mention that Legacy didn't get formed or didn't start until 2015. Their first graduating class was 2017. Guess what happened that year? They won the state championship for girls high school basketball in 2017 after only being in school for 2 years. That's some wild stuff. They're good again this year at a perfect 17-0. Becca Cheddar up top, back over to Lundy. She's got it outside the arc left side. Cheddar dished inside. Here's the turnaround. The look was up from Elsie Hardy, but no good. She was blocked on the play. With the basketball now, handling here Other end of the floor, Stybes kicked it outside with possession. Saugasser, nice defense from Allie Nelson, got in the way of that one. Back up to Saugasser, she's open for three, no good. Elsie Hardy pulls down the board, and Hardy works it back over to Cheddar, and here comes Becca Cheddar. Full court press is off from Legacy. Minot High's got it back here with Rosenkrantz. Rosenkrantz dished it back over to Cheddar, back up top to Hardy. Outside the umbrella they go with it. Back inside to Allie Nelson. She's going to be pushed on the play. And the foul will be charged on 44 Black. That will be Stybes' first personal. Third team foul here on the Sabres in the second half.
You can see Legacy bringing that double team down to Allie Nelson, and that's frustrating for her, but her teammates as well. They're not used to having to help her off like that.
Lundy to inbound. Allie Nelson's got it back up top. Hardy handles here. Worked around, tried to go to Maragos, so the ball was taken away there by the Sabres. They throw the basketball away. Look out, went right into the hands of the cheerleaders.
If only he could shoot it, that would have been a wide open jumper.
Young gentleman got it, and he's got plenty of cheer over there on the sidelines. 13:20 left here in our second half. Inbounded now, Rosenkrantz has it. Off to Allie Nelson, travels the violation of Minot High, and the Sabres get the ball back. Well, we talked about that in the first half, Holly, how important the little things in the ball game are tonight. And it's fair to say that those are the ones right there that will give Jason Schwartz, the head coach of the Magents, nightmares. Travel was the violation. Sabres with the ball back. Dish back to the corner. Three attempt is up. That one off the mark. Berryhill. Rebound. Pulled back up top. With it now is Dressler. She crashes through. One handle. Put it up and in. And Alexis Dressler made that one look pretty.
Man, that's got to be a rebound for Minot. They can't keep giving them second chance opportunities every other possession.
Well, we talked about that before tonight's game, and in the Planet Pizza pregame show, Lundy downtown hits it. Two three-pointers in the ball game for Lundy. That's a big one. There's a player on the floor. That's Jaden Baker for Legacy. She's in some pain. Trinity Sports Medicine is there to help out. We'll break aside. Hopefully everything is all right when we come back. 12:45 left in the ball game. Sabres 31, Magents 26. This is Minot High Magents basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Ralph's Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production live events.
Jaden Baker walked off on her own power. She's all right. Legacy's got the ball back in the offensive zone. They work it around the perimeter. It comes back away to Berryhill. Outside the arc, three attempt just off the mark. Rebound pulled down. Legacy's got it again. Side of the rack, get up and in. Alexis Dressler has two more in the ball game.
Two possessions in a row for her, offensive rebound and a putback. That's what Legacy wants, but not what Minot High needs.
Well, we talked about that earlier on tonight, that Legacy out-rebounding their opponents by 139 on the season. That comes through 17 games. You think about what that number really means, that's a pretty impressive stat. Allie Nelson puts it up and in. She's got 9 now in the ball game with her first 2 points in the second half. Dressler outside the arc. Sets up shop. It's 33-28. Legacy on top. 11:45 to play here in the ball game. With possession outside the arc, it's kicked back over to the corner. Berryhill from the elbow. Berryhill puts up the shot. She's going to be fouled by Cheddar before she unloaded that one. So Becca Cheddar will be charged with her first personal. Mac Boone checks back in for Legacy, and out comes Elena Hill. Legacy will inbound the basketball right to the right of the rack. 28-33, 11:38 to play here in this second half. Dressler, corner, in and out on the three attempt. Rebound pulled down by Minot High, and with it came Lundy. Out of the scrum of the pile, it was Cheddar off to the corner. Here's Maragos. She works it around the perimeter. Maragos back to Allie Nelson. Maragos again. Thought about the three. She'll crash it. Left-handed look. Puts it in. Landy Marigot scores her first 2 points of the ball game, and Legacy turns it over on the other end of the floor.
We've been talking about how great their transition is, but sometimes their decision-making is poor. In that situation, there was really no advantage, and they ended up with a turnover.
Minot High back within 3. The closest the score's been since Minot High blew the early lead on the 9-0 run from Legacy in the first half. Here's Lundy with the basketball. She'll dish it off to Becca Cheddar. Cheddar's got it outside the arc. Under 11 to play here in our second half. Nelson, she goes through the lane with it. She's forced to kick it back up top. Cheddar, three-land, nothing but net, and Becca Cheddar ties the ball game.
Big time three by Becca, tying it up there with 10 minutes to go. This is a nice game.
Jason Schwartz comes flying out of the court as Legacy calls a timeout. This place has had volume. How about that three-pointer from Becca Cheddar? That's the biggest shot probably of the year for Minot High at this point with 10:38 left here in our second half.
Yeah, this is huge. What a game by Minot High. They could have easily rolled over here at the beginning of the second half, and this is going to be a dogfight the next 10 minutes.
Buckle up tight, don't go anywhere. Join KMOT TV Sports Director Ben Bard tonight for all the highlights from across the region. KMOT TV, not only your sports leader, your only local news in the Magic City. KMOT TV at 6 and 10 p.m. Mr. Barr is here with the camera. He doesn't look to be going anywhere with the highlights of this one. Why would you? Don't forget, if you're buying or selling a home, let 701 Realty's Andrew and McKenna Goodmanson make your experience a positive one. Give them a call today at 701-240-1965. 33-33 with 10:38 left here in this second half. Holly, your thoughts? Minot High's got to be absolutely amped on the sidelines right now during the Legacy timeout.
Yeah, you can see that Jason Schwartz wanted to calm them down a little bit. They've got to be excited being in this battle with the #1 team, but they can't get too excited because there's still 10 minutes left to play, and Legacy is too good of a team to just quit playing.
Legacy will inbound from center court. We're at 10:38 to play here in the ball game. Should say regulation. This one right now, the way it sits, if the horn sounded, we'd be going to overtime. We're deadlocked at 33. With the basketball, it's worked around. Barry Hill from the corner. She missed. Rebound pulled down by Marigos. Here come the Magents. Marigos having trouble with the basketball. She ends up on her backside with it. She gets it off to Lundy. Lundy back to Marigos. Cheddar calling for it, and Becca Cheddar slows up shop for the Magents. Cheddar off to Marigos in the corner. Marigos up top. Worked it over to Hardy. Now Cheddar's got it again. Cheddar dished inside. Back over to Hardy. Jason Sharpie's going to say it was last touched by the Sabres, so Minot High will get the ball back. 10 minutes and a second to play here in the second half. Hardy with the basketball, kicks it up top. Shot clock's at 5. Hardy's going to need to shoot it. Somebody will. It's Allie Nelson. Off the glass and in. And Minot High's got the lead. 2 more points for Allie Nelson, and those were absolutely huge. With the basketball underneath the rack. Here's a shot attempt from Barry Hill. She was blocked on the play by Hardy, but there will be a foul on the play, and it's on Becca Cheddar, her second personal. Well, the Magents take the lead at 35-33. Late to the ball game is at the line. Putting it in is Barry Hill, her first free throw. She shoots 78% from the charity stripe. Do you have a number where you always wanted to be at least to be at from the free throw line?
100, Nick.
That's kind of a goofy question, man. Let me rephrase it. Were you satisfied? By the way, Barry Hill hits her second. We're tied at 35. Was there a number that you knew that you at least had to be at to keep the coaches happy?
You know, that's a tough question. To be honest, I never even really knew my stats in high school, so it was all about getting the W at the end of the day.
How about at NDSU and UND? Was it different there?
You know, you always had a goal of shooting 80% as a team, so you obviously wanted to be at 80 as an individual too. High school, I would say 65 is a decent percentage. You can see some of the percentages for these teams. The highest percentage is 66 at Bismarck. So
Fall at the other end of the floor. Legacy will find themselves at the line again as Fall was charged on Minot Highs. I believe, is it on Cheddar again? It is on Cheddar, her third personal. That will send Dressler to the line, and Dressler's going to miss her attempt, her first from the free throw line. 35-35. Minot High just took the lead a few minutes ago. Legacy takes it back now as it's 36-35 on that free throw there from Berryhill. 9 on the dot to play here in the second half. Cheddar with the basketball, kicked it off over to Rosenkrantz. She's got it back to the corner, Cheddar. Here's Cheddar back off to Allie Nelson. Crossover, cuts back, puts it up at the rack. Oh, just bounced off the side of the rim. And back the other way comes Legacy in transition, up off the glass, no good. Rebound, pulled down, shot came up. Minot High's got the board this time, and it's Cheddar here. Cheddar's going to be double teamed. Cheddar needs help. She throws it away to Rosenkrantz, and the Magents bring it back to the other end of the floor. McLean to Lundy, open for three. Oh, off the mark. Pulled down here by Legacy. A run and gun game is developed. Over in the corner, look out, down to the floor. And in some pain, there goes Sagasser. She lost the grip on the shoe. She hit the deck. And Minot High gets the ball back. How do you like the run and gun game here tonight from both teams?
You know, sometimes it makes it exciting. They've got 8 minutes left to play, and it'll slow down here if the score keeps getting tight like this.
Allie Nelson inbounded. 8:18 to play here in the second half. 36-35, Legacy on top. Nelson back over to the corner. With it is Haskins. Back over to Allie Nelson. Outside to Rosenkrantz. She crashes in. Dishes to the corner. Evenson's got it. Evenson at the elbow. Oh, lost a handle on it, but Perry Olson put the arm up, blew the whistle. He says there's a foul, and it's on Mac Boone. Third personal on Boone. Fourth team foul. Minot High will inbound underneath the basketball hoop. Sent in. Nelson at the charity stripe. Steps back, fires, missed, rebound, pulled down. And again is Berryhill. She'll shotgun that one all the way to the other end of the floor. Kicked it back up to Mac Boone. Berryhill's got it again at the elbow. Right side. Put it up and in. She's got a nice looking shot.
She does have a great jumper. You can tell that she's their go-to when they're in situations like this.
38-35, the lead back up to 3. Minot High fans haven't given up yet. They're still at volume. McLean with the basketball, off to Haskins. Now in the corner, Rosenkrantz. Evenson outside the arc, kicked inside. Here's the two-pointer in, counted for Allie Nelson. 37-38, Legacy on top of the Magents. Back up top, here's Dressler. The light blue Nikes kicked off to the corner. Back up top and work back inside. Here's the attempt. Rolls around off the rack, last touched. Allie Nelson was there, and right behind her was Dressler. They say Dressler touched it last.
You can see Legacy's getting a little frustrated. I don't know that they're used to being in situations like this against lower level teams, and Minot High's bringing it tonight, so kudos to them.
With the basketball, handling now is Rosenkrantz. Back off to the far side of the floor. Haskins delivered there from Nelson. Now McLean's got it down low. Allie Nelson up top, outside the arc. 6.5 to play in the ballgame. Nelson crashes towards the rack. Just missed. Rebound pulled down and back the other way. Come the Sabres with the basketball. Berryhill dished inside. Goes back away. Up top it comes. With it is Baker. Baker, the runner, gets it to fall, and Jaden Baker's got 11 for Legacy. They lead now 40-37. Hang on tight, Holly. 6:20 left here in the second half. Minot High's got the ball back. Allie Nelson controls top of the arc. Over to Paige Rosenkrantz. Rosenkrantz dribbling up there. Got it back to Haskins. Now McLean. Top of the arc. Over to Rosenkrantz. Inside Nelson all alone. She gets that one to fall. How about that play from Minot High?
Great find. No help defense to be found for Legacy. That was a big play by Minot High.
40-39, Legacy's on top. Put up the shot, rebound pulled down. Here's the second attempt from Stuyvesant. Rebounding a factor here. Stuyvesant has it, kicks it up top to 32. Gazer, no good there. Rebound pulled down by Minot High, and Nelson's got it. The Gems at volume again with the basketball. Allie Nelson up to Rosenkrantz. She looks for the call from Jason Schwartz. And there's a stop on the play. Perry Olson had the call. There's a foul away from the ball on 32. Sagasser's third personal. 15 foul. Well, this is going to get real interesting when Minot High and Legacy get into the bonus here in this ball game. With it is Rosenkrantz. She handles, kicks it up top to Evenson. Evenson's got it back up. Allie Nelson, three-land, hits it from downtown. Minot High leads 41-40. Allie Nelson, three-pointer was good. With the basketball handled here, Dressler turnaround jump shot, no good. Rebound pulled down. Minot High had it momentarily. Now there's a foul on the play. And who's this one going to be on? It's Mac Boone. She's charged with another foul here. That's her fourth personal. So Minot High will get the ball back. I asked Jason Schwartz in the pregame show tonight if he thought that a miracle was needed to beat Legacy. He just said they needed to play their best basketball. Is it fair to say Minot High's doing that tonight?
They are. They're bringing it, and you can see by their energy. They can tell that they want this win, and this would be a big knockoff.
Rosenkrantz gets the ball back for the Magents. She's got it outside the arc. Dished it back up top, McLean. Shot clock's down to 10. Dished inside to Nelson. Ball was last touched by Legacy, and the stingy defense from Jaden Baker. Allie Nelson hit a three-pointer for Minot High to give the Magents a 41-40 lead. We're down to 4:28 to play in the ballgame. That's where the score sits. Nelson off the inbound, put it up, no good. The jumper from the elbow, and Legacy's got the basketball. Berryhill across the timeline with it. Here's Berryhill, side of the arc, work back up top, around the perimeter it goes. With it now is Dressler. Dressler with 16 on the shot clock. Delivered back over behind the back. Baker made the move, got it back to Dressler. She stops and pops, and Jaden Baker assisting Dressler for Dressler. Seventh point of the night for Dressler. 42-41. You like lead changes? Well, you've had them here tonight. We got another one. Rosenkrantz off the glass and in. Timely 2 points for Paige Rosenkrantz, her first two of the ball game. 43-42, Dressler downtown, she missed. Rebound pulled down by Nelson. Allie Nelson's got the basketball off to Rosenkrantz. Jason Schwartz calling out the shots from the Minot High bench. Off to Cheddar. If you're Minot High, are you taking air out of the basketball right now, or what's your game plan?
I think you got to start running some time off the clock. We're down to 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and if we could get a score on this possession, that would be huge.
Todd Hoffman's got the call. It was Rosenkrantz that went to the side of the rack, making Evenson. The foul was charged to Dressler. That's her third personal, 17th foul. So that sends Lauren McLean to the charity stripe for the Magents. She's been held off the score sheet tonight. She averages 7.1 per game. She's got her first tonight at a very crucial time in the ballgame. Minot High leads 44-42.
You see the skewed foul count. That's something that Minot High can take advantage of here, and that's what she just did on her drive.
Second shot is in, and Lauren McLean's got two in a row. Full timeout called inside the gymnasium. Minot High leads by 3. 45-42. Don't go anywhere. This is Minot High Magents basketball.
This presentation on the Pro Style Production Network has been made possible by Homesteaders, the UPS Store, Buffalo Wild Wings, IMM, Vibeto Orthodontics, Qdoba, Shields, Premier Movement, Rouse Plumbing and Heating, 701 Realty, Bremer Bank. This presentation is also brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, Soltis Sportswear, First Western Bank and Trust, Pro Style Production, First International Bank, and Pro Style Production Live Events. Now let's get back to the hardwood. Here's the voice of the Pro Style Production Network, Nick Holber.
On December 20th, these two teams matched up in Bismarck. It was Bismarck Legacy that won by 12, 60-48. Tonight they're in the Magic City at Magic City Campus's gymnasium. And Minot High is in the driver's seat right now. It's 45-42 with 3:11 left here in the ball game. Nick Holberg and Holly Johnson. Holly, couldn't be more thrilled to have you by my side for this one. You decided to hop up on the headset tonight for what has been an entertaining instant classic here tonight.
This has been a great game. I don't know if anybody expected it, but I'm sure enjoying it.
Well, let's see what the top dog in the West region has to offer when they're under pressure. How about a two-pointer there from Alexis Dressler? Held off the score sheet in the first half. 9 now here in the second half. With the basketball, it's controlled by Evenson. Minot High still with the lead, 45-44. Paige Rosenkrantz handles dish to the corner. Evenson back up top to Allie Nelson. Nelson to Rosenkrantz on the wing. Swept back up top. Evenson's open. 3-ball. Put it up. Ball looked like it's just off the mark. An air ball. So Legacy gets the ball back. Fouls will be a topic of conversation. 17 fouls on Legacy. Only 3 on Minot High, as Holly mentioned. 2.5 to play here in the ballgame. 45-44, Minot High on top. Legacy with the basketball. They sweep it over to the corner. With it now is Mac Boone. Kick back up to the corner. 3-ball. Nothing but net. That one falls for Counts. Her third three-pointer of the ballgame, and Counts has Legacy back on top, 47-45. With the basketball, it's Becca Cheddar, other end of the floor with it now. Handling, here's McLean. Drives it over to the left side. Cheddar's open for 3. She hits from downtown.
Big shot by Cheddar.
48-47. Cheddar has the counter for the Magents, and it's Minot High by 1. Defense chances at volume. This place is loud. Here's the shot, and Dressler puts home the two-pointer. 49-48 with 1:38 left here in the ballgame. The Sabres retake the lead. This is like Holyfield Tyson of the 90s exchanging blows. If you're Jason Schwartz right now, what is your message to your team at this juncture of the ballgame?
Well, I think you got to hold on and you need to stop. Now they've got an opportunity to go get an offensive score. It looks like Coach Meggs is drawing up a play, so you can about bet that the ball's getting to Allie Nelson's hands.
1:38 left. If you're on the other side, you're the head coach, Jim Patrick, here for Legacy. You've got a 1-point lead, but it's a Magents team that has found a way to score plenty tonight. What is your message in that huddle?
You know, I think if you're Legacy, here's an opportunity to get a stop on D, and then you go down on the offensive end and you run the clock out until the last 10 seconds and you try and get your score.
Minot High is going to inbound the basketball. It's going to be Nelson that's going to inbound to Rosenkrantz. Full court pressure is on from Legacy. Minot High trails by a point. 1:33 left here in the ballgame. With the basketball, handling now with it, Evenson off to McLean. McLean's got it top of the arc. Stingy defense there. It's taken away by Jaden Baker. Baker put it behind her back. Carried it up over the half-court line. Got it to Dressler, and Dressler's got it. That ball's taken away by Nelson. We're down to 1:14 left in the ball game. Nelson's got it here. She kicks it off to McLean, and Jason Schwartz wants to call the timeout. My goodness, buckle up. Tight to 1:08 left in the ball game. 49-48. Minot High trails in this one to Legacy. 7-8 in the West are the Magents. 16-0 in the West is this Legacy ball team that was the 2017 state champions. They're a team that last year was good like this also, not quite as good. They were 14-6. You're looking at a Minot Magent team coming off a year where they didn't qualify for the West Region tournament. They took 10th when it was all said and done in the WDA, they're looking right now at a huge win for the program and the direction that they want to take the rest of their season, and not only that, their future with some girls that definitely have some promise for the Majettes in the future.
Yeah, you can see the strides that they've taken since last year, and you can really go up from where they were. And tonight would be a big testament to all the hard work that they've put in.
Make sure to head to the Facebook page for the PSP Network. Type in PSP Network on Facebook. Make sure to like the page to stay up to date with all the broadcasts of the events that we'll be covering and bringing your way. Rosenkrantz has the fake, walks up, puts the shot up. Rebound is pulled down. Travel should be the violation. It is. Minot High is going to get the ball back with 58.9 seconds left in regulation. It's 49-48 Legacy, but Minot High will inbound the basketball underneath the rack. Evenson throws it into Rosenkrantz. Now Cheddar's got it. Cheddar with 28 on the shot clock, 53 on the game clock, sends it inside. Here's Allie Nelson to the right side. Cheddar's open, 4-3, on low, she scores! Brings everybody to their feet here at Magic City. Other end of the floor, rebounds put up. Hoffman says the shot will not count. And the Legacy fans don't like that. You want to explain what that happened here, or what happened here?
You know, it looked like she got fouled as she was shooting. I'm not sure how that could have been on the floor, but if that's what Stripes got, that's what Stripes got. Great call to call a timeout and get everybody situated. They've got to get a score here.
Legacy had the basketball. The ball was put up and into the hoop by Jaden Baker. After the ball went through the hoop, Todd Hoffman, or as it was going through the hoop, the referee, Todd Hoffman, wove the play off. He said it's not happening. That brought Legacy, their bench, and all their fans up to volume. They're not happy with it. That would have tied the ball game.
Tied the ball game and then had an opportunity for that three-point play. That was a big game changer for them.
This place is at volume. 37.8 seconds left here in the ball game. Minot High leads by 2, 51-49. This should be the upset of the season. Minot High currently the 7th spot in the West at 7-8. Legacy undefeated up top on the list at 17-0 overall. They haven't been beaten in the conference. They've won 16 times in the WDA. Defense is the chance. Stop in the play here. Perry Olson has the whistle as conversation continues now. Jason Sharpie is going to deliver the basketball. Not sure what the delay is here.
It sounded like the horn buzzed.
Now we're ready to rock and roll with the basketball. Legacy's got it. Half a minute to play in the ball game. Defense, the chance with the basketball. Looking to the inside. The one-hander, put it up, count it. Old-fashioned three-point play coming for Dressler. She made that look easy, and she was fouled on the play.
Dressler has been huge with three-point plays and offensive rebounds. She's been a game changer tonight, but even if she makes this one, Legacy still got to go down and play 27 seconds of defense.
Here's Dressler, she hits. All of her points coming in the second half. She's got 14 at this point. 52-51, Legacy on top. Shot clock is off. The fans are on their feet. We're going to need to stand as well to see it. Rosenkrantz with the basketball. Up top it comes to Cheddar, down to 19 seconds. Buckle up tight, here we go. Cheddar's got the basketball. A timeout will be called by the Jets with 14 seconds remaining. 52-51, Legacy on top. Minot High's got one more shot at it. What do you think the game plan is here?
You know, Coach Shores had to call a timeout there. He needed to get his team organized, and that's what he did. And I'm going to imagine that the ball's going in Allie Nelson's hands. She's been unstoppable here in the second half, and biggest matchup of the night has been her and Dressler. I think that Dressler slowed her down in the first half, and Allie's figured out how to score around her, but now Legacy's going to have to figure out how to get a stop here in the next 14 seconds, and on the other side of things, Minot's going to have to figure out how they can just get one bucket off.
This is the stuff you dream about as a kid, shooting hoops in the driveway. 14 seconds left in the ball game, down by 1 point, 52-51. The WDA's top point producer, Allie Nelson, as you mentioned, is probably the one that's going to get the basketball, but there's a few others here tonight that have found a way to have some heroics. Who's going to get it and who's going to let it fly here with 14 seconds left? You've got Lundy out there with Evenson, Rosenkrantz, Becca Cheddar, and Allie Nelson. Place is at volume. Hang on, here we go. Lundy, the 8th grader, will inbound the basketball. Allie Nelson trying to get away from the double team, gets up to Rosenkrantz. Rosenkrantz with the ball. Rosenkrantz back off to Cheddar. 9 seconds. Cheddar, side of the rack. She's going to be fouled on the play. That will send Minot High into the bonus. That is huge. Becca Cheddar goes to the charity stripe. She hit the deck on the play, so Becca Cheddar shoots for Minot High.
1-and-1 opportunity here. She misses the first, and Legacy gets that rebound. It could be over.
Yeah, you really want to talk about what you dream about as a kid or the scenario that you play in the driveway. The 1-and-1 for Becca Cheddar coming up with 0.7 seconds left in the ballgame. Has a chance to end it. Legacy calls the timeout. What do you think's going through the mind of Becca Cheddar right now? She knows the importance here tonight.
She understands the importance of these next 2 free throws. Well, hopefully she gets to. She's got to knock down that first one, but senior year, biggest game of her career, potentially. This is a huge game for Minot High to show what they've been working on, and it would be a really big win for them going into this last half of the West region.
They had 0.7 seconds remaining on the clock a moment ago. Now they've changed the score clock to 7.0 seconds. That changes the dynamic just a bit as well.
Keep in mind, Becca Cheddar drains both these free throws. It's still less than it's not even a 1-possession game. Sabres can come down and get a layup, and they could come out of here and steal a win.
Cheddar shoots 66% from the line. Here's her first attempt. Fans are on volume. Cheddar hits it, nothing but net. (52-52). Barry Olson has the instructions from the head scorers table. Here the substitution will be made for Legacy. Into the game comes Counts. Out-checked Hill. Cheddar's got the chance to put the Majettes on top. Here's her second attempt. Cheddar's look at it. Converts. She hits them both. 6 seconds. Count them down at half court. We're down to 3. Down 2. The shot comes up off the front of the rack. Rebound put in. Minot High wins it. The Majettes have picked up the stunning upset tonight. My goodness. 53-52. They just had Legacy their first loss of the season. Holly, how do you like that?
Minot High deserved the run out on the court. It was like they won a national championship, but they deserve that praise. What a big win for Minot High, and Legacy will go back to the drawing board after this one.
Well, it's safe to say the Sabres are stunned here a bit tonight. Minot High gets the win, 53-52. Let's go to the Pro Style Production postgame show. Minot High gets the win in the thriller tonight. Oopta. We'll recap it next. This is Minot High Majettes basketball.
My name is Marshall Canott. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit minothockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, my name is Marshall Knott. I'm the manager of the UPS store here in Minot. I've had many customers express being frustrated with the P.O. box they once had. They didn't realize they couldn't have packages delivered to their P.O. box. It's why they now have a personal mailbox here at the UPS store. We'll accept the packages for you, and you can pick them up when it's best for you. For a more efficient business, visit us at the UPS store. We're at 1940 South Broadway or online at theupsstore.com.
Minot Hockey Boosters has one mission: to inspire teamwork, pride, and life lessons in the lives of all our members. Hockey is more than a sport, it's a way of life. The benefits of playing hockey from a young age last a lifetime. Visit MinotHockey.com for more information or to get signed up in the Learn to Play program today. Minot Hockey Boosters. The strength of the pack is the wolf. The strength of the wolf is the pack.
Hello, I'm Steve Funningsland, consumer lender at First Western Bank and Trust and sports enthusiast. Employees at First Western know the importance of teamwork and their day-to-day banking duties to best serve the community. I know the Minot and surrounding area high school and college athletic teams know the importance of teamwork as well. We want to wish all local teams good luck in their athletic endeavors this year. Stay safe on the courts, on the fields, on the rinks, and in the gyms. We look forward to watching you succeed. With familiar faces you know, who know you by name, First Western Bank and Trust, you can bank on us, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Becca Cheddar has an opportunity with 7 seconds left in the ball game. On a 1-and-1 for Minot High, she had to hit the first one. To get the second, she hit them both, and Minot High gets the win 53-52 tonight. How do you like those apples? Nick Holberg alongside of Holly Johnson for the Pro Style Production postgame show here tonight. Holly, what do you have to say about a ball game like this? Plenty comes to mind, but Minot High just completed the biggest upset of the year.
They did. They just shocked not only the region but the state. I don't think anybody expected them to get this win tonight. And honestly, the biggest play that popped out in my mind tonight was Becca Cheddar hitting that three. Obviously, the free throws were huge, but with 1:30 to play, she popped the three and put them up two with a really good chance to get them in a good position to win that game.
Got the opportunity now to talk to the Minot High head coach, Mr. Jason Schwartz. He joins us up here in the press booth area. Sweating, coach. Looks like you just got done playing. What? My goodness, explain what just happened there. Nice win here tonight.
Well, I tell you what, when we go out and we play like we did, and we got to work hard. We got to work hard every possession. You know, some of the biggest wins I've had, I've dripping, sweat like I am right now. So that's a good sign. Coach Magnuson was the same way last game in the JV game, and he said the same thing. I had to go home and shower afterwards. Our JV played great. He coached great, and it just was an all-around good night for us.
What was your thought process? What was going through your mind when Becca Cheddar gets the opportunity to go to the charity stripe with the 1-and-1?
Well, she's one of our better free throw shooters, so certainly that was fate right there, maybe. I don't know. But, we've got some pretty good free throw shooters, but she's been around long enough. She's a senior. She's had the experience. Hasn't been in that situation a whole heck of a lot, but she sure came through, and she hit some clutch threes for us, too. So a lot of big shots by her tonight.
I talked to you in the pregame show tonight, brought to you by Planet Pizza. We talked about, is it even a reality that Minot High can beat this team? You said we had to play our best basketball game tonight. It's fair to say you guys did that, executed here tonight?
I think so. Defensively, we were pretty sound, and I thought we fought like crazy to get rebounds. Obviously we didn't get all of them, but obviously it was enough. But we were fighting, and we knew that they were one of the most aggressive teams crashing the boards, and you saw that out there tonight. But I liked how we met that challenge, and we're fighting just as hard for every rebound. It was just a gritty effort by our kids all the way through, all 10 kids that played.
Final thing I have for you tonight, obviously with where you guys are at in the standings, you're going to need a few more wins if you want to secure one of those top 5 spots. But what does this do for your basketball team, knowing that you can not only play but beat anyone in the state of North Dakota? They came in perfect here tonight. What does it do for your ball team?
Right. Well, when the season started, I handed out practice jerseys to these kids, and one of the words that was etched across their backs was believe. And, it was something that we had to talk about and we had to preach every day, and that was the hump that we had to get over. Like, believe you can do something like this. And we've been talking about it. We got Mandan here a couple weeks ago. Our seniors have never beat them. And I don't think we've beat Legacy either. We've got close a couple of times. But, for us to believe that, all the stuff that we've been preaching to them, until you go and you win a big game or you beat a really good team, it's hard to go and believe every single day that, eventually it's going to happen. And they kept buying into what we were trying to do and the changes we were trying to make. And, we've had a couple of them now within the last couple of weeks, couple of the better teams. Mandan's been in the top 5 at times, and they're still getting votes. So we've beat a couple really good teams here these last couple of weeks. But, we got to step on the court. And we got to do it again next game. We can't have any more repeat performances like we had the other night, and this will help, I think.
Celebrate the win tonight. Congratulations. Back to business, and sure appreciate you. Get a shower after this one, too.
All right. Thanks, Nick and Holly.
You bet. That's Jason Schwartz, the head coach of the Minot Magents, joining us tonight. Sure appreciate his time here tonight. Your thoughts on that? Got to believe in it. That's exactly what they did here tonight.
Well, exactly. He hit the nail on the head. After the last few years that Minot High has had, it hasn't been the greatest outcomes, and that's hard for you to come over mentally, especially juniors and seniors who lived that and went through all of that. And I think that Jason Shores has got them on the right path, and this was a big win for their program tonight.
Let's look at the scoring in the ball game, Holly. First for Legacy, 4 tonight for Mac Boone. She ended up in a little bit of foul trouble. She had 4 when it was all said and done. Sydney Counts hit 3 3-pointers. She had 9 total here tonight. 2 points for Hannah Steinmest. Ashton Sagasser had 2 points. She had 4. 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half. 9 for Ariana Berryhill. 11 for Jaden Baker, who I thought had a great game here tonight. But Alexis Dressler led the team in scoring. She had 14 when it was all said and done. And what she did on the defensive side of the ball, she certainly had Minot High frustrated a handful of times here tonight. For the Magents, leading the way for Minot High, 18 tonight. No surprise for Allie Nelson. Not far behind her, though, in my mind. I don't even know if we need to announce where player of the game is. We kind of know who that is. Becca Cheddar had 15 here tonight, including that huge 3-pointer that you mentioned. And then she hit twice from the charity stripe. Cheddar's our star of the game here tonight for Minot's Finest Collision Center. But first, more of the stat line here. Landry Maragos ended up with 2 coming in the second half. Avery Lundy, she had a big night tonight. Lundy, the 8th grader, had 10 points here tonight. Lauren McLean had 2 for Paige Rosenkrantz, and 4 for Mariah Evenson. So 3 players with double digits here tonight. Plenty of girls on the score sheets. Your thoughts overall on Minot High here tonight?
Well, Nick, the last game that I was on with you, I said that Allie Nelson needs a supporting cast, and she got just that tonight. Like you said, Lundy coming out with 10 and Becca Cheddar coming off with 15. Those are two kids that, you point them out in a stat report or a scouting report, but tonight they stepped up big, and that was the reason that they got the W.
When you look at a win like this tonight, kind of asking Jason Schwartz the same thing in your mind, with the win tonight, 53-52, doesn't matter how you do it. I thought Minot High did it in fashion tonight. They played a sound basketball game, but they knock off one of the teams in the state, one of 2 teams in the state that's undefeated, Legacy, here tonight. What do you think that does for the program and for them for the rest of this year moving forward with the train down the tracks?
Bad or ugly, this was a huge win for Minot High's season, but also their program looking into the future. So I think that this is going to build up some confidence for them, obviously, finishing out the rest of the region in regular season play, and then obviously heading into conference play. You can look back and see that you knocked off a number 1 seed team, and anything can happen at tournament time. So I think that will be a really exciting WDA tournament.
Minot High gets the win tonight, 53-52. When we come back, Holly and I will put the finishing touches on this one. We'll announce our 3 stars of the game here tonight as Minot High goes on to pick up region win number 8. Why is that so important? They knocked off the top dog of the West, the undefeated Legacy Sabres. What a game tonight for the Magents. We'll close this one out when we return. This is Minot High Magents basketball.
Systems go for lunch. When supper time's a crunch. T-minus now, it's time for Planet Pizza. With lots of space for fun, there's room for everyone. Don't be an alien to Planet Pizza. Space for Planet Pizza. Planet Pizza.
53-52, the final here tonight. Minot High gets the win over Bismarck Legacy. It's time for our Minot's Finest Collision Center stars of the game. Minot's Finest Collision Center, proud supporter of the Minot community and all the action on the Pro Style Production Broadcast Network. At Minot's Finest Collision Center, we ensure proper procedures are followed to repair your vehicle so safety features are maintained to keep you and your family safe. We are more than an auto body repair shop. We are Minot's Finest. 701-839-0989. Holly, no real argument on who our star of the game is here tonight, the number one star of the game. And in my mind, that's Becca Cheddar. It's hard to argue with that with the clutch performance she had down the stretch. But when you look across the sheet tonight, Allie Nelson with 18 tonight, you'd have to think that she would be in the conversation. And how about the 8th grader Avery Lundy, the three that had 10-plus points tonight? Are you good with that for our three stars of the game here tonight?
Yeah, I think those three stepped up great tonight, and obviously Allie continuing to do what she does, but those other two that you mentioned in Cheddar and Lundy, they had some big plays tonight that ultimately leads them into 1 point over the Sabres, and it was just a big win. I'm just blown away that they pulled this off tonight, and I think it's really great for their program.
On the other side of the court here tonight, Alexis Dressler, in my mind, is definitely in that conversation as one of our stars of the game here tonight. She had a fantastic night as well, 14 for her, and defensively she was really good. Any argument there that Dressler's in that conversation?
Absolutely. I mean, the ball goes the other way, and I would pick Dressler as our player of the game. She was huge. She had a bunch of plays and one plays in the second half. She was quiet in the first, but she was a problem for Allie Nelson in that first half, and Allie Nelson struggled to score against her, and obviously Nelson figured out her way around, but Minot High was just too much for the Sabres.
We have the opportunity now to talk to Becca Cheddar, the star of the game tonight, brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center, joining us up here in the booth. Becca, first of all, congratulations on the win tonight. What's going through your mind when you get the 1-on-1 attempt from the charity stripe late in the ballgame like that?
Oh, gosh. I was a little nervous at first, but when they took that timeout, it gave me some time to just take some deep breaths. And I said a prayer, and I told myself, I do this every day. Why can't I just knock them in now? And we do pressure free throws. I do them at practice with Coach Walhog every day after practice, and we go through situations just like this. So I was like, here it is. I'm stepping up to the plate, and I get this opportunity. So
yeah, it was an excellent performance from you tonight. Holly was talking about the three-pointers that you hit tonight at clutch times in the ball game here tonight. Talk about the atmosphere in this place after you hit that huge three-pointer at the end there to give you guys the lead.
Yeah, just hitting those shots gives you a lot of momentum, especially on defense, getting back. And if another team does that on you, it knocks your confidence. So when you can do that to the other team, it just gives you so much momentum going into the next possession. So those are big shots, and, Allie kicking it out to me, those are great passes. So it's all a team effort.
You guys came in tonight with a 7-8 mark inside of the West region. Legacy was unbeaten at 16-0. For you, in your mind, as one of the seniors of this ball team that hasn't had a whole lot of success against this Legacy team, what does this do for your confidence heading down towards tournament time now?
This just gives us a lot of confidence and momentum, knowing that we can really beat any team. I mean, this team is a great ball team, and if we can beat them, we can play with anyone. So I think it sets a precedent for the teams that are coming to play us, and it's just big for momentum for the end of the season.
You had 15 tonight. You're named our star of the game, brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. Thanks for joining us tonight. Nice job on the win tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great win, Becca.
That's Becca Cheddar, the star of the game tonight for Minot High Majets basketball, brought to you by Minot's Finest Collision Center. Holly, let's put a cap on this one. Your closing thoughts tonight here from Magic City campus.
Again, I don't think I can say it enough. You're watching these girls and even families jumping up and down, just excited about the win. And like I said, these juniors and seniors haven't found a lot of success in their career, to be honest. And so for them having this big win and being able to be 500 going into the last few games of the region is big, and I'm just excited for them.
Huge win tonight for Minot High. 53-52 is the final in this girls high school basketball matchup. Make sure to head to the PSP Network website to check out the schedule of upcoming games. It's senior night tomorrow night for boys high school hockey. We'll have the call for you here at psp.network and also at 1390 KRRZ tomorrow for boys high school hockey, followed by a pair of men's college hockey games on the PSP network on Valentine's Day and on Saturday. So Friday, February 14th, Saturday, February 15th. Next, girls basketball action, Minot High against Watford City on Tuesday, February 18th. Holly, as always, we appreciate your time here tonight. That was fantastic. Thanks for your insight. Thanks for sitting up here and doing what you do so well.
Thank you for having me, Nick. This was a blast.
Holly Johnson joining me here tonight. Special thanks to Becca Cheddar for stopping by after the Magents win tonight. And, of course, Jason Schwartz for his time before and after the game here tonight. Minot High gets the win. A shocker in the West region. It's going to be talked around the state tomorrow what the Magents did to the Sabres here tonight. They win 53-52. It's the final. Nick Holberg signing off from the auditorium or from the gymnasium inside of Magic City campus after a Magents win. Till next time, good night and God bless.